All right, Dana White and Jake Paul exchange more words. I showed the Dana White video. I played the Jake Paul audio because he said he showed some footage of the knockout. I ain't got time to be dealing with copyrights. So give me 1 second. Put this Dana White video up on here. And they just getting free promo. That's all it is. And Dana White giving him free promo and exactly what it is. But here you go.
You never responded. Jake, you never responded to the challenge. You publicly stated that I use cocaine. I do not. So I told you could randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. You're too stupid. And for those of you that don't know, if you've ever watched one of his fights and you see when they do the stare down, the guy that's standing in the middle with the warlock nose and the big warlock wart on his face, apparently that's his manager. And that guy used to be an accountant for me. And let's just say this, he no longer works for me, and I think he's a scumbag. But if you two think that you can do it better than we do, we're doing this whole thing wrong. You can treat the fighters better than we do. Knock yourself out. Go start your own business. It's easy to do. Go get the Warlock on it. The Warlock can get it started for you. What you and the Warlock should be focused on is your business. You're tanking. You can't sell pay-per-views. You're calling out Jorge Masvidal because he's a pay-per-view superstar. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Mike Tyson. These are all superstars. You're not. You can't sell pay-per-views. So you do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm ready to roll, buddy. I don't use cocaine. Do you use steroids? Let's do this, Jake.
All right, now I'll play the Jake Paul audio because he showed something on there. So we kind of go on.
Jake, you never respond.
My bad, wrong one. Oh, yeah, this Jake Paul.
Responded to the challenge.
Dana, I accepted every part of your challenge. I said I would fight Masvidal in MMA. Steroid test me whenever the fuck you want. It is 2 weeks after my fight, and I am a fat bitch. I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions than this kid does steroids. Look at me. Look at that. A fat bitch. If you steroid test me, then I want to steroid test every one of your fighters. You want to do it the way you...
I use cocaine.
You have been caught with cocaine and hookers every other week. And you think that, like, with all the money that you have, like billionaire or some shit, that you would get some fucking Botox. Because your forehead looks like a motherfucking GPS Google map, like all the lines in it and shit.
I use cocaine.
And you say Masvidal is a pay-per-view superstar. Do you realize that my mom, Pam, gets more likes than your pay-per-view superstars? Men lie, women lie, Dana White lies, numbers don't. You're just a jealous, ugly fuck. You don't know what true happiness is. You're the definition of a fucking unhappy billionaire who thought that money was going to make their lives better. Feel bad for you.
I use cocaine.
Long story short, you addressed nothing that I said. I accepted your challenge. I said I would fight MMA. I said that I would retire from boxing, and you avoided all of that shit. You're a dog in a corner trying to fight to save this whole company, and the embarrassment that I put you through, everybody sees it. And what you can't accept or love or appreciate is that I'm trying to change the sport forever. And you are one of the most selfish, capitalistic motherfuckers that I've ever seen. And everybody else needs you, Dana. I'm the only person that doesn't need you. And I don't give a fuck about you. But all these people, all your fighters, all of them, they can't say shit because you'll just bench them. You met your maker. I'm not going to stop. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Okay, that was Jake Paul. Okay. And all this is doing is getting promo. I mean, they really had a problem. I think they would know how to square up and fight. It's no problem. Really, it's just Jake Paul trolling him and Dana White getting a few likes off of it. But, who asked Jake Paul to come in and reset the boxing pay scale or put the spotlight on boxing or who asked him to come in and get the UFC fighters money. UFC fighters know what they got to do. You got to put their hands together. They got to stand strong like a union, and and not fight. Sometimes you got to starve to get the feast that you want. But Jake Paul's trying to be this hero and stuff. And if he can get them more money, do it. Do it. That was like one of the presidential campaigns where they take a clip and they, take it out of context. I do cocaine. That shit's hilarious, bro. And like I said before, man, it's hilarious. It's hilarious, bro. And I said, they can go back and forth, they can yell at each other. He said he a fat B, but we seen other dudes on steroids, and that don't mean they are or are not on cocaine. Okay, or not on PEDs. They don't mean that physique. Don't matter. I'm saying? You could have cycled all years, but I can care less, bro. If he not drug testing, that shouldn't be Dana White's business. Dana White do cocaine or don't do cocaine and don't mess with the hookers. That's Dana White's business. If Dana White got all the money, he's still unhappy. That's something that he got to figure out. Like I said before, you beating up his has-beens. You're not beating up his A-listers. You're beating up fighters that has or never been. Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, beating up a basketball player, Nate Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you fight, a real boxer or step in the MMA ring and fight one of the real fighters, We know that's not gonna happen. We know it's smoke and mirrors, it's acts, and that's why people didn't caught on. And that's why people stopped buying the pay-per-views. He said 2 weeks later they still counting. Come on, you think we stupid, Jake? Jake? We already been there, done that. We've been in this sport way before you've been in there. Like I said before. If Dana White fighters, they want to leave and go to Bellator, or you want to start your own business, do it. Do it. It'd be interesting. UFC need a little bit of competition, but like I said, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media link subscription. Twitter's the fastest way, and Facebook and Instagram. All links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Everything in the description. Appreciate y'all. Best way to help me: comment, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. Check the MMA box.